Well, welcome to the People Analytics, the Future of HR Forum 2021.
HR that's broken and ineffective, you got to fix the process and the technology. The best technologies will not be able to solve that. If I can speak to an example where, within PayPal, we want to make sure that we get exit interview sentiment captured. And I mentioned we have a great tool called Glint where we get exiting employees to fill up a set of questions so that we can capture feedback, on exits. So what happens internally is within the process, it doesn't support it well, because to give you a detailed example, we send the survey into the the exiting employee's personal inbox, and we only send it 1 week before the termination date. So you can see all these details where, from a process perspective, there's a lot more we can improve on. For example, is it sending this survey much earlier, within the notice period or the moment that they tender their resignation? Or is it not even just sending to the personal email, but send it directly to the corporate email?
As I provided you with the short story at the beginning about the geese and the farmers, this is a method that helps us anticipate what's coming. No longer are people reacting to the experience of receiving a call on the day and being told, "I'm not coming into work." And then a leader has to madly scramble for replacement staff to fill the gap. These methods help people anticipate what's going to happen next. And I think that is one of the big questions that people analytics can help people leaders with in future. As you've probably heard me say on multiple occasions, it's a great example of doing a lot with very little data. I had two variables. What was the date and how many people were historically absent? And just with using that content, we're able to create a lot of new variables and also make some very accurate forecasts with regard to what will happen in the future. So don't be put off if you don't have great masses of data. I think with ingenuity and the right experience, you can do a lot. The third point I'd make is we were using some pretty sophisticated techniques here. Yeah, as I said, these are not techniques that I created. They come from that open source community that we can all benefit from. Fourth, simple output ensures that people understand it. It doesn't need somebody like myself to be there to explain it. And more importantly, it stands a greater likelihood of being used by my stakeholders. And the fifth point I'll make about this is that forecasting has a lot of potential in HR.
That we'll walk through today. The first is really going over some of the shift in terms of hiring and the future of work. Some of this has been accelerated from the COVID-19 pandemic, but some of the structural challenges that the companies have been facing and the new technologies, whether it's the metaverse, connected vehicle, connected homes, and some of the technologies that are integrating and shifting analytics to the cloud native platform. All of that stuff is impacting the way hiring funnels are done, the mix between workforce, the build, buy, borrow strategy, and so forth. So we'll cover that and cover how recruitment strategies potentially are going to change moving forward. The second piece is something I'm very passionate about, and I think it'll be probably top of mind of any chief people officer moving forward, and that's this ethical AI framework. How should companies collect data and then consume that data to make decisions in the business so that it matches the values of the organization and of broader society? The third one is really this shift to skills. Instead of focusing on job roles per se, it's more about what are those skills being added and lost in the business, and how do those skills facilitate profitability?